We specialise in protecting, preserving and growing your wealth. Blacktower Financial Management, the team you want by your side. Visit blacktowerfm.com.
Tuesday morning, where we're talking to Christina Brady from Blacktower Financial Management. So, stock market's up a little bit today. Oil up, currency's down a touch if we're looking at it from this direction, but not dramatically. Just below the 116 mark if we're looking at euro to sterling. Now, we said we'd talk, remember, you know how things go so quickly, like the years fly by. Didn't seem that long ago where it was like a sweet spot, a golden period for transferring your final salary pension. Things changed a little bit since then, from what I can gather.
Yeah, they've changed quite dramatically, actually. When interest rates were low, final salary pension transfer values were at their peak but now interest rates have risen. What it's meant is final salary transfer values have fallen, and they've fallen quite a lot. Some of them as much as half. So if you've got a transfer value a couple of years ago, it was 600,000. Now it may only be 300,000. But it only affects you if you're going to transfer your salary, if your final salary pension. If you're keeping it where it is and you're going to take the pension, everything remains the same. It doesn't matter on the value of your pot. It doesn't affect how much you're going to get each year. The reason they've fallen is because of interest rates rising. What they do is the trustees of the pension company have responsibilities to ensure they have enough money in the pot to pay out when you need to be paid out. And so what they have to do is they have to set aside and provide enough money to get a return that you need for your pension. And when interest rates were low, obviously they had to take more risk, they had to go into the market, therefore they had to put a lot more money in to get a return. Now interest rates are high. They don't need to put so much money into risky investments. They can put them into, interest rate bearing things. They can get 6% or more. So that means that they have to put aside less money to meet your needs. So basically that has halved. So what's happened with interest rates rising is they only need to put aside half the money. So if you were going to transfer your final salary pension, at the moment you've missed the boat. You should have done it 2 years ago, at least, maybe before that. However, if interest rates do plateau and start to fall again, then obviously the pension companies will need to put aside more money. So if you are thinking of transferring your final salary pension and it's not urgent, please do not do it now. There is no reason to be transferring it. At the moment, you're getting much less than you ever would before. You need to wait until interest rates start to fall. That could be 2, 3, 4, 5 years away. If you can wait that long, please do. If you have got an urgent reason to transfer it, and some people do, some people, are ill and they want to leave their pension pots to their family, because if you have a final salary pension, when you die, your spouse usually gets half, sometimes a little bit more. Your children under 18 are catered for, but you have no spouse, or if your children are over 18, you're divorced, you're a single parent, you may want to take that pot if you know you've got a shortened life expectancy to leave something to your family. So there still are exceptional cases to do it. However, for the majority, I'd say 90%, no, do not transfer your final salary pension. In the UK, obviously, we have the lifetime allowance abolished. However, if we do see a Labour government get into power, which seems a high probability at the moment, they will reintroduce that lifetime allowance, I'm sure. And if anything, they'll make it lower than before. So if your pension pot is $1 million or above, I would say be on standby that if there is a general election coming back and it looks like Labour are going to take a landslide, I would most probably take a leap of faith and transfer it before the results of the election, in case they did bring in the lifetime allowance, which means you're taxed once you get over a certain amount. But for most people, if you are preparing to leave if you're leaving your final salary pension where it is, and you are going to draw down an income from that, from your final salary, this does not affect you. It does not affect the amount of money you will get each year. That remains the same. As I said, it's only for people wanting to transfer. So, I had my old PA from my banking days. She sent me a text the other day. She said, my pension pot has fallen by half. Oh my God, I'm really panicking. I said, look, you're never going to transfer it because you're risk adverse. You're going to leave it where it is. I said, your actual pension remains the same, so why are you panicking? And she came back, she said, I don't know why I'm panicking. She said, it's because some financial advisor in England sent me a message message saying that my transfer value had fallen by half, and therefore I thought my pension would fall by half. I said, no. I said, please, and don't let people panic you into saying, well, it's fallen by half. If interest rates carry on rising, it's going to fall even more. Transfer it now. As I said, unless there is really, really, really pressing reasons why you need to do it, don't. Interest rates are going to remain high, as I said, I think for the next, 3 years, maybe a little bit more, maybe 5 years, depending on what happens. But then, hopefully, we'll have inflation under control. Interest rates will be brought back down. The target rate is 2%. Obviously, they don't like it if it goes much lower than that. But then that would still mean an increase in your pension value. So that's just a warning to people, especially if you're being cold called, people approaching you, trying to scare you with your transfer value going down. Please don't be forced or scared or bullied into doing something where you're going to actually lose a lot of money.
I've just heard the caption for when we put this up online to listen back to on YouTube. Please do not do it now, in capital letters.
No, because people, it is worrying. As I said, my old PA phoned up and she was really, really panicking because some financial advisor in the UK had pointed out it was worth half the value. And she was going, oh my God, what do I do? And I was thinking, nothing. You do absolutely nothing. Please don't be frightened. Don't let fear take over. Don't let people, scare you into doing something that isn't in your best interest, but is in their best interest. You have to remember, you have to look after yourself. And it is easy, to take it to heart and then to worry. But if you are, just check with a good financial advisors. And most of them, I think, any good one would tell you what I'm saying. Don't transfer your final salary pension at the moment, unless there are really, really pressing reasons for you to do it.
Listening and exceeding expectations for over 31 years. Blacktower Financial Management, the team you want by your side. Visit blacktowerfm.com.